Hi everyone, today in this video I am going to make the ETO interview questions part 2. Part 1 I have already made and which you can see on my YouTube channel. I will give the link in the description box. So in the part 2 our question start from 51. So what is switchgear? Switchgear is nothing but a device used for controlling, protecting, and isolating the power system. It is a combination of like a circuit breaker. So in circuit breaker we call our MCB, MCCB, ELCB, VCB, ACB, and relays, combination of a relays and the metering device like isolating transformer, CTPT. All this comes under switchgear. So coming to our next question, that is what is a generator and working principle of generator. A generator is a like a device used for to convert a mechanical to electrical energy. So generator working principle works on electromagnetic induction. Just I think working principle you already know. When a magnet will place like permanent magnet, and when we give the uh, when we rotate a coil in the permanent magnet, so if the coil is closed, current will induce. And the next question is what is transducer? uh, if you talk about the electrical transducer, so it's convert a physical force or physical quantity into electrical signal, so it will be easy for measurement. The best example for electrical transducer is our a pressure transmitter. Pressure transmitter, where pressure is a physical quantity, it give a physical that quantity to electrical, like electrical signal 4 to 20 psi. It will give the signal between that, so we can measure the pressure. And our next question 52 is what is a stator and a rotor? The stator is like a stationary parts in the motor or generator, and rotor is a rotating part. And our next question 55, what is a contactor? Contactor is an electrical device which is used for switching an electrical circuit on and off. And this is a like a photos of contactor. You can see the A1 and A2 coil. This is a inside that one coil will be there, and this is A1 and A2 is a terminal. When we give the 220, well, like here and here, if we connect 220 supply, the coil will energize and it will go down and it will make the contact. So L1 is connected to T1, and like this is L1, L2, L3 will be input, and this T1, T2, T3 will be going to like OCR. You can connect directly to motor. So this is like for by small voltage we are controlling the higher voltage. We main this is 220, and this we can give the 440. Sometimes this is a 24 volt coil is also coming. So advantage is by giving a low supply we are controlling the high voltage. So coming to next our 56 question is a difference between AC generator and DC generator. So you can see AC and DC generator, and this working you can see here how means in which direction force and which direction current will induce. This direction of force magnetic field, and direction of current, this is Fleming right hand rule, it is for generator, and Fleming left hand rule for motor. So this is AC generator, this is DC. Both generator, the out here the output is generation will be in AC only. So collection of that current will be depending on this slip ring and here commutator. So by using the slip ring we are getting AC, and by using commutator we are getting DC supply. So here like slip ring, one end connected to one slip ring and other one will connected to other, so we are getting alternating current. But here one small gap will be there, and this is like this commutator. So we are getting here DC supply. You can see the video, in that you will understand clearly. And our 57th question is, what is AC drive and DC drive? So AC and DC, an electrical or electronic device, and drive is used to control the speed of electric motor. It is used to control the speed of electric motor. So here motor and load is connected, and you give the electrical source, and we want to control the speed of a motor. Here power processor. So sensor will be there. Sensor will sense the speed of motor, and it will give the signal to controller, like how much speed we want, and controller will give the power processor, and depending on the speed, this will give the power to the motor, and by that we can vary the speed of motor. Now comparison. First point of comparison is our definition. The electric drive used for controlling the speed of AC motor, but in DC drive we are used to control the speed of a DC motor, just only controlling the speed of DC motor. Now operation. In AC drive, the AC supply convert the AC supply to DC using rectifier circuit, and then convert it back to AC. Frequency is changed to control the speed of a AC motor. But here we are converting DC to DC input, AC input. DC mercury rectifier used to convert AC to DC in different voltages. So AC to DC we are converting in different voltage. So by the varying the voltage, we are getting the difference in speed, like variation in speed. But here in AC drive, best example is our VFD, variable frequency drive. So by the varying the frequency, we are getting our speed, the difference in speed. In motor also, by varying the frequency, we are getting difference in speed, like n equal to 120 f by p. So speed is depends on the frequency, and here it is two conversion, like AC to DC, DC to AC, and here just one conversion, AC to DC. Now our next question is PID controller. PID is the most important device for control system. The PID, proportional integral derivative controller, is an instrument used in the industrial control applications to regulate the temperature, flow, pressure, speed, and other process variable. PID controller is responsible for ensuring the process remain as close as desirable value and possible, regardless of various disruptions. PID controller is used to regulate the temperature. Like if we here you can see it's look like this process value, and this is set value. Set value, if it suppose we are setting, yeah, here 400 Fahrenheit temperature we are setting, so the process value should also come close to this. If it's coming close to this, that means PID is good. So in PID, P and I and D, proportional integral block derivative, every block have a different functions and used for different uh, reasons. Like here proportional block create an output signal proportional to magnitude of error signal. Like here set value and process value, here PID will be there, and here something if you want to make the temperature, so in this PID will maintain the temperature here, and if any variation will be there in temperature here, so it will sense and give the process value, and similarly any difference PID will again give the signal according to that. So the proportional block will, how much error will be there, it will give the same amount of signal to compensate that error. But integral block create an output proportional to duration and magnitude. But proportional block give the signal if the how much duration the error will be continue, that much duration will give the signal. So integral block help in that, but in derivative block create an output signal proportional to rate of change of error signal. Yeah. And this derivative block helps to minimize the error very quick. Like if the error will be like this much, so it will give more signal, so to compensate that error very fast. So integral block is for that, and all the P and ID combination will be very good for controlling the all this in the fixed values. Now our next question is 59 and 60 is almost we can explain in the same. A single phase induction motor is not a self starting. Why and why they use a capacitor in the fan? Yes, phase electric motor is not a self starting, and this is your squirrel case single phase induction motor, and in that there will be a starting winding and a running winding, and you can see on your home ceiling fan on capacitor will be connected. So and produce stator field is alternating in nature at starting, and two components of this flux cancel each other, hence there will be no net flux. The solution for this problem is that stator flux are rotating and rather than alternating. So just we want a rotating magnetic field like our three-phase induction motor, and we require to make it three like a rotating magnetic field, we need some phase difference angle, like starting winding and running winding we want to make some phase difference angle so that it can start. On your home, I think you can see the example. If you remove the capacitor and if you start your fan, so the fan will not rotate in the one direction, it will just do some humming noise, and it will stay in the in the stationary. And if you give a force in one direction, it will start rotate. So to create a phase difference, we are using the capacitor is a leading in nature, so the current lead and voltage will be lag. So this by this capacitor we are creating the phase difference angle. So by this we are producing the rotating magnetic field, same like a three-phase induction motor. So by using the capacitor we are creating the phase difference, and we are making the single phase induction motor to self start. Now our 61 question is working of three-phase induction motor, and this is in very short. I will try to explain how the three-phase induction motor will work. In three-phase induction motor, starter three-phase supply, we give the three-phase supply to starter. So a rotating magnetic field RMF will be made, which is a rotating in nature, and the rotor cut the stator magnetic field, and this type of rotor will be there. And when we give the supply, the rotating magnetic field will be rotate like a synchronous speed, and this bar will cut that magnetic field. So rotor generate an EMF. So rotor in this EMF will be generated, and current flow in the rotor. Current will flow because end rings all are short circuited, so the current will be flow in that rotor, and rotor produce a magnetic field opposite to stator field. So rotor also produce a magnetic field opposite to the stator field. So rotor try to catch the stator field. So in ring is rotor. So according to Lenz's law, the magnetic field in the rotor is produced by the RMF, that is stator rotating magnetic field. So the rotor try to catch and oppose that EMF produced. So it will try to go as close speed as RMF, but it will not catch RMF speed. So it will keep on rotating, and motor start to rotate. And here you can see the bars are like slightly skew. It is for to reduce the noise and also to reduce cogging and magnetic locking. Now our 62 question is definition of resistance, conductance, admittance, impedance, reactance, susceptance. In simple, you can see conductance is reciprocal of resistance, admittance is reciprocal of impedance, and susceptance is reciprocal of reactance. And this all reactance, impedance, and resistance, impedance, and reactance, this unit is in ohm, and this all unit is reciprocal, so its unit you can call it Siemens or mho. And this is our relation, like impedance equal to r plus jx. X means this is your reactance, and x equal to xl plus xc. Xl is your inductive reactance, xc is your capacitive reactance. And like the same, your y admittance equal to G conductance plus J B susceptance. Its unit is mho. So next, 62, how much AC supply in India and America? In India 50 Hz 220 volt, and in America 60 Hz 110 volt. Actually on the SIP also we are getting 60 Hz frequency. We are generating 60 Hz frequency on the SIP. Why the transformer rating in kVA, not in kilowatt? So the reason behind that is iron loss of transformer depends on voltage and copper loss depends on current. Hence, total transformer heat loss depends on voltage ampere and independent of phase angle among the voltage and current, and independent of power factor. That's why transformer rated in kVA. Actually, transformer all the losses, like copper loss is current and iron loss is your voltage. So we are giving a rating in the voltage kVA ampere, not in kilowatt. Why the starter is using the induction motor? At the time of starting, if the induction motor is started directly, it will draw the huge amount of current and which causes damage to adjoining equipment. So the starter is used to limit the starting current, which is about 5 to 6 times. So generally starter is using it is also used for safety of like a cable and safety of motor also. If the will not use the starter for the higher motor, it will draw the 5 to 6 times. For a smaller motor it's like okay, but if for higher motor it will draw 5 to 6 times, means the winding of a motor as well as the cable, it all get overheated and get damaged, because your heating effect is I square RT. So heating will be like a square of current. So because of that, the cable and the winding of motor will be burned. So we are using the in starter, where in starter we are reducing the voltage so that the current will be reduced as starting, and when it start running we are giving the full voltage. Now our next question is explain the working of the following. These are the this question, like a fan regulator. Fan regulator, we know that like in olden days we are using fan regulator where it was a big size. So in that resistance box will be there, so by using the resistance we are reducing the voltage, but that was a loss of energy. But nowadays in modern there will be a small regulator, in that we are using the track. So the by varying the duty cycle means t on by total time is t on plus t off. So by varying the duty cycle we are giving the firing angle, different firing, we are varying the duty cycle, so by that we are reducing our voltage. If you have any doubt, I can make a complete video, you can comment below. Like soldering machine is have a nichrome wire, so just by the rod will be heated, and by heat only we are doing the soldering. An IC engine, like a petrol and diesel engine, 2 stroke, 4 stroke. In petrol and diesel, the main difference in, like in petrol engine we are using the spark plug. Petrol engine is your bike engine, you are using the spark plug. But in diesel engine, like in truck and all this, yeah, diesel engine we are using, not using the spark plug. It will be, there will be a fuel injector. So because there in compression, expansion, compression, there will be 4 cycle in the IC engine, like a compression, again power stroke, expansion, exhaust. And in 2 stroke and 4 stroke, difference is that in every 2 stroke there will be the power stroke, and in 4 stroke, every 4 stroke there will be the power stroke. Power stroke means like a cylinder, when it move come down, and when it will go up, there will be the fuel injection in diesel engine. And in petrol engine, you can say your bike, first time fuel injector, it will come down, cylinder go up, again come down, again will, when it will go up, there will be the spark plug and there will be the power stroke. So in every 4 stroke there will be the power stroke in 4 stroke engine. Like, and our next is electric bike and car, how it will work. So in electric bike, nowadays many electric bike is coming, like Ola Electric, Ether, Okinawa, TVS IQ. In that, like they are using different types of motor, like a hub motor and mid drive. In hub motor they are using motor on the wheel, and in mid drive motor they are using different side, they are using motor, and by the belt they are running the wheel. So in that there will be the batteries, and main thing is battery can charge by DC and will give output as a DC. But in the bikes we cannot use the DC motor, because controlling of DC motor is not that much of easy. So we are using the rectifier circuit. So by rectifier, the DC output of battery is converted to 3-phase AC. So 3-phase AC we give to the motor, 3-phase motor, and which drive the wheel. How the electric tester will be work? The electric tester will be work like uh, one phase will be directly put into the our switchboard, and next by our, you can see the in electrical tester backside, when we put our finger and then it will glow. So because neutral is getting connected with the help of your body to earth, so because of that electric tester is glowing. But you are not getting shock, because of there will be a high value of resistance in the electric tester. And this electric tester is not will not work on the ship, because on the ship there will be no neutral is isolated on the ship. So actually on the ship we are not using the electric tester, we are using just multimeter. And our next is radar and sonar. Sonar is like mostly used in the sea and down, and radar is used in upside. Radar, like the ultrasonic wave in the sonar they are sending, and radar is the radio, like they are sending the wave, and depending on the obstacle, the wave is coming back. And coming back means they are the calculating the same, like distance equal to speed into time, and depending on the that they are calculating the how much time, how much distance obstacle is. And this next, microwave oven. In microwave oven, they are using the like a magnetron, depending on the, like when we keep the food, the in microwave oven they are just boiling, because of their the like your molecules is there, molecules or whatever atom molecules is there in your food, they are getting heat up, and that's why the microwave oven heat your food, not your vessel will not be heated. So you can see the video where you will understand the better. And like electric kettle also, you can see the this is work on the heating effect of current, like I square RT. Depending on, there will be one coil, the when we give the supply current, the heat will be generated like I square RT. And how the TV remote working? TV remote, like remote have a one transmitter, and TV have a one receiver. So depending on the transmission and receiver, it will work. Mobile charger like mobile charger, it convert AC to DC, and DC will go and charge your mobile battery. SMPS is switch mode power supply. It is used to convert an AC to desired output. And self start a bike, how to self start a bike will work. In the bike you can see, and there will be a battery in bike or car or every engine, there will be a battery, and one starter motor will be there. When you give the kick, self when you give in the bike, the motor will come out and will rotate the engine for initial. And when it get started, the motor will, like shaft will go back, and it disconnect from the engine. So this you will understand by watching the videos. So for today this much is okay. I think if you have any doubt or any query, please ask me. And I think I will make one more videos on the interview question.